All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to another episode of Autonauts. So last we left off, I've been doing a bunch of stuff. If you guys watched the sign video, you'll notice that a bunch of stuff has grown. I have been working tirelessly to try to upgrade all of my people to level 4, and I'm kind of getting there. I've got 2 rows of level 4 housing complete, and the level 4 food is coming in correctly, so it's feeding everybody pretty well. The toys are happening and the clothing is happening, and I'm going through research pretty quickly now because each one of these are 1,000. So getting from 0 to 200 literally was like maybe an hour or something like that. So the next step is the research in tier 5 research is in the millions, so it's no longer that 500,000 level. It's 1,000,000, and I think it maxes at 5 million or something like that. And then level 6 research, I believe that starts in the tens of millions, so 10 million, and then goes, nope, they're all 10 million. So that's a lot of research. So that's a lot of research bites. Okay, so the other one starts at 800,000 but ends at 5 million, and a lot of them seems like the bottom half are 5 million. So it's going to take a while to get through those. I only have a handful of other things to get through. I'm working on the clothing line right now, and then farming technology, and then health, and all of level 4 will be complete, and then I need to figure out what to do after that. I think slowing this down and just allowing it to accumulate millions more slowly is probably going to be what I'm going to do for level 5, at least initially, until I can get these other production lines set up. Like, I just got the ore set up, so I'm now making my crude metal picks, and I'm converting over all of my tools, and there's a total of 10 of these items that can be made. And so they require power. It's not just having a floor and having walls. It also requires power. So I had to go off and build some windmills, and each windmill provides 50 power. There's also a wonder that I unlocked, which is a giant windmill, which gives a water wheel, which gives 150 power. So I built that as well. And so I had to build all these power lines. I had to first figure out how these power lines worked. It's not very intuitive, and the reason why that these things are so blocky, like they're set up directly across from each other, that's because power lines have to be set that way. The connection points seem to be able to do diagonals, but the power lines themselves don't do diagonals. And I think that has to do a lot with how this thing works, right? You've got a belt that goes between these 2 gears, and that rolls that, and then you've got this pole that goes between the power lines, and that rolls that. So that's how that works. It has to be very boxy though, as you're seeing it. Again, I don't know why some of these are set up on somewhat of a diagonal, like, well, maybe, yeah, this one is, right? This is totally set up on a diagonal. So why some work as a diagonal and others don't, I don't know why, but okay, so be it. Once I have all the tools created, I am actually going to break down the tools that are being created here. So the axe and the spade and the pick and all that stuff is all going to be deleted and removed, and their associate bots are going to be deleted as well, because there's no reason to have them. I can make some of the other additional wood items that, and maybe I'll repurpose the bots, but I'm trying to transition out of the V1 bots completely. Like, I'm not making the crude hand net to catch bait and leeches. I'm gonna need that. Fishing stick, I probably will just move into the next fishing line. I'm not too sure. Other items, yeah, there's a couple other items that I'm still going to make that's not covered by the metal tools. So those will be the items that only stay in here. And this area is getting a little bit busy, right? So my intention is next to kind of like spread this out a little bit more, make this look a little bit neater, because these structural workbenches and the good workbenches are taking up a lot more space than what they're normally taking up. So I'm going to need more room for that. And what I did over here, this was huge. Are these guys complete with all this stuff? Yes. So let me move the sign over. What I did over in the forestry area was, let me just drop the sign down here, was I actually put roads in between all this. So they can only plant trees in a specific radius. They have to be spaced out. It seems like they have to have 1 unit of space around each tree. And so that's fine. But when they were on the dirt, the bots were running pretty slowly. So I decided to put just the road in between each one of these holes, and the bots are moving much quicker. And I think it's working out well. The other thing that I did change too is I moved to this tree seeding storage. There's this little tree seed thing that you can make. What is it called exactly? There it is, under storage. Okay, so the seeding tray. So I started using the seeding tray, and the seeding tray takes a seed, and it also takes fertilizer. So you have to have had fertilizer set up, the production line for fertilizer set up. And as long as you provide fertilizer in a seed, it's like each seed that you plant takes 1 fertilizer. They'll grow little baby trees. They hold 150 as opposed to the storage, which is only 100. And you can have your planters pick up these little trees and then drop them. So it bypasses 1 stage of growth so that your trees grow a lot faster. And that's that's exactly what's happening. My trees are going super fast. I'll go back and reevaluate this later. It seems like these bottom halves are never getting planted because these are growing and getting chopped so quickly that I'm probably only going to need half of this size. So I can get all of these resources back and use this land for something else. I don't know what. Maybe to expand part of the main base. I have no idea. I'll figure it out. The fertilizer is cool because it takes, not only does it take cow poop, but if you happen to have these grass things laying around, which I have a ton of them, you can throw those in there and they will turn that into fertilizer. Matter of fact, I'm running a little bit low on cow poop, so let's kind of re-up the fertilizer a little bit and get the fertilizer topped off, because I don't want my tree seeds to stop, since all of my planter guys are now completely focused on using the tree seeds. So we can stick these guys in here. And this is actually just a 1-for-1. I didn't realize this was a 1-for-1. Cow poop is like, it's a 1 for 10. 1 cow poop gives you like 10 fertilizer. So I can set a bot up on this and do this with a bot to get rid of all these excess pieces and have these topped off. I also need to just get another cow in here. You know what? While we're at it, let's go look for a cow. There's got to be a cow around here somewhere. Probably way far on the map. Some chickens there. Chickens. Let's see. If you're playing this game and you haven't uncovered the map, definitely do, because there's some cows up there. I just want to see if there's any cows any closer. Because the way this works is there's only X number of animals on a specific piece of land, your map, and those they respawn after the number goes down to whatever their number is. I think like there'll always be 2 cows on the map. So if you pick up the 2 cows and there's only 2 cows, 10 minutes from then 2 more cows would spawn. So let's go pick this cow up and let's go haul them way down here and drop them off in here. Maybe I'll grab another cow so that I have enough poop being generated. This area for the cows is not big enough. I'm gonna have to change this, move this somewhere else. Toys is good because I haven't even gotten to tier 2 toys yet. I mean, these are technically tier 4 for toys, but the tier 5 is like the second level of toy. So I think this is more along the lines of like, this is tier 1 toy, and then you're gonna have tier 2 toy, and then you're gonna have tier 3. If I take these guys up to 5 and 6, we're going to have to do that as well. Let's go grab that other cow. And we'll have him come down here. As long as I'm getting a decent amount of fertilizer, I should be able to maintain the production line of the tree seeds. We want to do this other than seeds themselves. You know, normally you would take the seed and you would plant the seed, but it's an additional step. You plant the seed and then you have to wait for that first growing stage. So it takes a little bit longer for your stuff to grow. Okay, I'm over here. Let's grab the cow. Oops, I missed him. And let's drop him down there and make him happy. I did, oops, wrong one. I did unlock some of the, like the milking shed, and I just don't know what to do with it yet because I'm not using milk at all. This was set up for grain. This area right here was set up for grain and grain production to be able to create like pies and stuff like that. But I'm using berries for food. I think ultimately, because I can't fertilize the berries, I should switch over to like carrots or pumpkins because they could be fertilized. I believe they can be fertilized. And then I'll get a higher yield from them. But I'm not there yet. I'd have to change my entire berry line. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that. It's a huge production line of guys. I don't know if I'm looking forward to doing that. So, let's see. Where did I set that? My builders at? I forgot where I stuck my sign. My sign was here. Okay, they finished the road. That road is completely done. Let's get them working on the next row of houses here. And try to get everybody converted over. Another thing that I unlocked, which I thought was really cool, was... I'll show it as soon as I get this placed in here. Okay, that's good enough. We can come 2 more over. Let's rotate the camera around. We can come right here and drop it off. Yep, that'll work. Okay, they'll build these houses. This is a 3-tier process. It's 3 stages? 6 stages. It's a 6-stage process. The other thing I unlocked is this bot database. The bot database is awesome. The bot database actually eliminates the need to have the memory slots, the disks. So this, you can find a bot, and you can also copy the script and download the script to any bot. So if I select it, here's the bot database down here. It'll allow me to click and upload his script or download, and if he's turned off, download an existing script into him, which works out like really well for changing scripts for a bunch of guys. So you no longer need these little data storage things. So we can actually toss these data storage guys away because they're no longer useful. And thank God, because that was a pain in the butt process. The other thing I unlocked, which I said was the spaceport. The spaceport's kind of cool because the spaceport actually gives you jobs. So they require various things. Like this guy requires 52 raw gnomes, and I get 10 coins from that, from completing this job. And then this guy wants 40 clothes, and they want berry pies. And like I said, I'm not making pies, but I could. And what you do with those is you go into this area here, and they have artifacts. And you click on the artifacts, and you can see the number of tokens that you have and how much each one would cost you, right? You can get this for X number of tokens. We could get a duck call for X number of tokens. What the duck call does, I don't know. You know, these guys are not great with providing tooltips, but I'm assuming it brings a duck into the area. That's what I would think. The train whistle, I would think, would bring the train to you. I don't know. You know, I'm guessing here on some of these things and what they do. You know, there's a bunch of hats you can unlock. There's more clothing you can unlock. Cowbells, triangle, cool. There's some flooring, some lighting. There's some really cool stuff that you can unlock. And some of these, you know, 50 tokens. There was one that I saw that was pretty expensive. Higher. Maybe 50 tokens was the max one. Yeah, I think it was the max one that I saw. Which is cool. A good aquarium. I guess we can have some fish floating around. So that's what I've been working on. I will continue to keep playing on the side and building this little city up, I suppose. and working on some production. We'll also do a live stream, and then maybe I'll, you know, go through like another change to the production line, like if I'm going to reprogram some bots or something to make let's say a berry pie. I'll record that whole process so you guys can see that whole process and watch what it does, right? These are fascinating. This game is fascinating to me, and it just keeps getting, the more and more stuff you unlock, the deeper and deeper in production lines that you go. And this is growing. My little city is growing big. It's actually pretty substantially big. It's bigger than I thought it would be. I had to really increase my trees because I was using so much, you know, panels and poles and stuff, like planks and poles. And now that I've got iron tools, it looks like I can maybe reduce the amount of things that I'm using to gather resources, because it looks like I've got way too many bots here doing the tree area. I could probably reduce it by half. But anyways, I'm rambling on. I hope you guys are liking this video. If you are, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Would love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below, and make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.